mother wanted me to have piano lessons really bad, so I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, and I started piano lessons. And I was actually doing pretty good. I could play a song with both hands, and Jesus, Lover of My Soul, I'll never forget that. But for some reason, one day, I just felt like that they couldn't afford them. So I just acted like I wanted to quit. I didn't want to take piano lessons anymore. So I just told them that I didn't want to. But I just didn't tell them why. I didn't want them to know why I had quit.
This is the story of our family, Darwin and Pauline Young and their children.
My name is Mike Comer. I'm the son of Joyce Young Comer, who was born August 29th, 1925.
I'm Judy Smith. My dad's name was Joe A. Young. He was born December the 24th of 1926.
Jean Young Summers, August 27th, 1928.
My name is Jesse Darwin Young, Jr. I go by the initials of JD, and I was born January 31st, 1931.
Robin Young, born November 27, 1932.
My name is Ann Young Rogers, and I was born September the 26th, 1934.
My name is Paul Wentford Young, and I was born March 10, 1937.
Carolyn Young Davidson. I was born October the 5th, 1943.
Our family was raised in Etowah County, Mississippi, and later in Lee County, Mississippi, in the northeast part of the state.
Like most of the people at that time, their family farmed to make a living, and that was the skill that had been passed along down the generations.
We grew corn, hay, pasture land, but the primary crop and money crop being cotton.
From the time I was probably 6 or 7 years old, we had lived in rent houses where we would farm the land that the house sat on. And the way we did that is Dad supplied the mules and all of the equipment and the labor, and then whoever owned the land would get either 1/3 or 1/4 depending on which crop it was. The worst house, some of the rooms didn't even have a ceiling in them.
This was a 2-bedroom house and a kitchen and cracks in the floor that honest to God, you could see chickens on it. It was terrible.
You might wake up one morning in the wintertime with your breath frozen around your mouth, and or snow, if it snowed, blowed in the room.
Those were 2 rough years.
The first thing I remember was when I was at least 3 years old. I went to the cotton patch and picked cotton out of the burrs and would put in someone else's sack. And I did that until I was old enough to have my own little sack.
Living in a one-room cabin that had a dirt floor. And to go from that over the years to gradually move to where he managed to get animals and tools.
And we went from one row of cultivator to we ended up with 2 cultivators, and that increased his acreage. And in 1946, Daddy bought his first John Deere B tractor, Daddy had a good foresight on him and was always looking at the future. He studied everything he could about how to best raise cotton and what improvements you could do to make more cotton, because he knew that this would be his livelihood.